Hey, Bishop Sherman D.Manning, everybody. Joining you live from Beverly Hills. Somebody asked me, how often do you go to Beverly Hills? I said, as often as humanly possible. I hang out in Beverly Hills. That's my stomping ground. It doesn't mean that I'm rich, but I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. What is wealth? Wealth is what you have even when the money runs out. All right? I keep telling you all that if you hang around 9 broke brothers, you'll be the 10th one. If you hang around 9 broke brothers, you'll be the 10th one. You got to go where the money is, because success leaves clues. It really does. It leaves clues. Sir, how did you become wealthy?
Hi.
How did you become wealthy? You speak English? Speak English?
English, yeah.
How did you become wealthy?
Wealthy?
How did you become rich?
No, you must working hard.
Working hard? Okay. What did you do when you worked?
I had a boutique in before.
You had what?
Boutique.
Boutique. What kind of boutique?
Men's lady with my brother, but I'm a French Iranian. But when I left Iran, the government that took everything.
So the boutique was clothing? Okay. And how long have you been here in America?
Around 50 years.
50 years? So what did you do here?
I work with a boutique in men's clothing.
Okay. You still have?
No, not anymore.
You're retired?
Retired.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what is your name?
Jack.
Jack. Okay. I'm Bishop Manning. I have church in South Central. I house homeless people. I get them off the streets.
I help homeless people too.
Oh, do you? So I have to give you this before you go. 1 second. I have to give you this so you can know what we do. So when you're home, take a quick look.
Okay.
And pleasure to meet you, Jack.
Okay, nice to see you.
That is, only one. Okay. All right. Nice to see you. And remember,
Nice to see you.
Bishop Sherman Manning.
Okay.
Okay? God bless.
Thank you.
All right. So what was I saying before, Jack? If you hang around 9 broke, you'll be the 10th one. Now, I promise you, Jack is a millionaire. I promise you that. I got about 8 or 9 different ways I know. Let me give you another example of something else. A few days ago, there was a young man, nicely dressed, and he had on a pair of long, short pants and a tank top. Nicely dressed, not a lot of tattoos or anything, Hispanic. And I saw him walk across the street to the 7-Eleven, and I was actually going to the 7-Eleven, and we started talking, and I asked him, so how much time did you do in prison? He said, what? I said, how much time do you do in prison? He said, oh, I try to hide that. I normally, how did you know I was in prison? And finally he said 10 years. And it was difficult. I'm a communicator, by the way, in case you did not know. And by the grace of the good Lord, a few people have called me a master communicator. I mean, I've been preaching the gospel since I was 8 years old, and I'm 51 now. So I'd like to think that I can communicate a little bit by God's grace. By God's grace. I'm trying to get better, by the way. But it was difficult, I found it, to articulate into words exactly how I knew he had been in prison. It's not necessarily a sixth sense. It has to do with bearing. It has to do with composure. It has to do with the way he walked. It has to do with his alertness. There were just several telltale signs that a normal person, I don't want to say normal, let me say that differently, that an everyday person, I put it that way, just wouldn't pick up on. And when I say a normal person, I mean a normal millionaire, a normal thousandaire, poor person, rich, or what have you. Unless you know something about the prison system, unless you know something about it from the inside, you would not be able to recognize that. But if I could get a word out to young America, if I could get a word out to young Hispanics, young blacks, even young poor white people, if they ask me the question, how do you get rich? How do you succeed? How do you overcome obstacles when the odds are against you? I mean, let's face it, some people did not make a mistake. They were born into a mistake. Preach, Manning. Some people were born into poverty-stricken families. I mean, what do you do when your mom didn't graduate high school and your dad didn't finish 7th grade? Born into a mistake. And all you see around you is poverty. I often say that if you cannot see it, you cannot be it. You either have to see it in the flesh or see it in the spirit or see it in your mind. But to get to the point, because I want to make this a quick video if I can. You are something beautiful, by the way. Whoever's watching me right now, you are beautiful. I want to look you in your eyes and tell you that if I can. That Ferrari is beautiful also, but you have a different kind of beauty. Anybody watching me right now, you are beautiful. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, please. Back to the point. Share this with everybody, y'all. I ain't trying to make no money off it. I house homeless people. I'm the senior pastor of Yes We Can Worship Center. I'm not selling a course or anything, but I just want to get the word out. If you hang around 9 broke brothers, you will be the 10th one. Success leaves clues. Every weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, I went to Buckhead. Buckhead is the Beverly Hills of Atlanta, Georgia. I wanted to see what money looked like. I wanted to see fancy cars. I wanted to meet fancy people. I wanted to meet people with money because, let me give you a terrible example. If you get in the car with someone who's smoking a cigarette, even if you roll the windows down, when you get out of the car, what are you going to smell like? Cigarettes. Well, also when you hang around people, not only does the odoriferous delight, if you will, get off on you, but their character, their mannerisms, their everything about them seeps into your spirit, into your soul. It gets in you. It rubs off on you. I mean, kids who hang around people who use big words. Let me give you an example. Take a 9-year-old kid and let them spend 6 months with an adult who has a good vocabulary. I promise you that when you bring them home, their vocabulary will have increased. Put kids around people who curse all the time, and so forth and so on. So you need to be around people with money, and don't go around them asking for money. Don't go around them begging for loans. Don't try to trick them, con them, scam them. Most people have money, recognize con and scam immediately. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Be polite. Speak when spoken to. But you just want to be in the midst of where the money is. You'll learn something. That's step 1. Number 2, books. Read good books. You cannot become successful until you learn what others have done to be successful. And the best way to learn is through a mentor, someone with money, someone with success, and hopefully with some wisdom also to take you under their wings and teach you. But guess what? If you can't find a person in the flesh to teach you, they can teach you through their books that they have written or books that have been written about them. They can teach. If someone is successful and they got a video out, I'm going to watch that video. I'm a preacher of the gospel. Most people know that I love to preach the gospel. I love to preach the gospel. It is what God called me to do. I listen to the greatest preachers in the country every day of my life when I get a chance. I listen to the greatest. It rubs off. I listen to Reverend Leroy Elliott. I listen to Reverend Donald Parsons. I listen to the old Jasper Williams, C.L. Franklin. I listen to the best. And hopefully some of it rubs off. And so that's all I got to say for tonight. I just wanted to try to inspire somebody because people are hurting in this country. People are hurting in this world. And lots of people feel like the world is passing them by. They feel like, when am I going to ever get out of this rut? When am I going to ever get out of this mess? And I need them to understand very clearly that there is a way out. But you can't sit at home and smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol and do nothing and think success is just going to come to you. You got to seek it. Success is not going to just come. You got to come for it. And if you develop some good habits, develop some good strategies, I promise you, you will reap the benefits. I don't want to hear I'm black, and I'm not a conservative Republican. I'm not Tim Scott or any of them telling you that there's no racism, and there's a whole lot of racism in this country. There's racism in the White House right now. There's a lot that I can, will, and do complain about, okay? But it's not the end of the world. We can still succeed. We can still make it. We can still rise above the tide. Put me on any job and I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to outthink you. I'm going to outread you. I'm going to outpray you because I want my results to be different. I don't want to be typical. I don't want to be ordinary. I want to be extraordinary. And in order for me to be extraordinary, I got to work. Okay? So please, please, if only 10 people see the video, it's okay if it really impacts you. And if those 10 share it with 10 more people, and those 10 share it with another 10, I met Zigler before he died. I sat in his home on a golf course in Carrollton, Texas, and Zig looked me straight in my eyes and told me that you were born to win. And I believe that with everything inside me. I was born to win, and so were you. Success leaves clues. You can make it from the slummy side to the sunny side, from disgrace to amazing grace, from this place to another place. It doesn't matter where you started, it matters where you finished. It's not important where I came from, it's important where I'm going to. Come on, somebody. You got to have a dream. But don't just let it be a scheme now, because a scheme is when you dream with your eyes closed in REM state, rapid eye movement state. No, a dream, you got to have a dream that you dream with your eyes wide open. And then get a strategy. Get a real dream. And then after you get that dream, get some goals. And let me tell you what the difference in a goal and a dream. A goal is a dream that has a date on it, that has a time limit on it. I will do this by this time. I want to see who this is driving one of Elon's cars. I won't opine on Elon Musk right now. Don't want to say anything about the guy. Just put it this way, not my cup of tea. Yes, he's the richest man on planet Earth, but he's still not my cup of tea. Probably won't get a chance to talk to him because these ladies are coming now, right behind me. But anyway, God is good. God is good. Are you airline stewardess? Are you an airline stewardess? I guess not. 99% of the people speak. 99%. And they weren't necessarily being nasty. They were just in a hurry. And it is nighttime. And I am wearing a trench coat. So, okay. Well, God bless you. Keep the faith. Look, believe in God. Believe in yourself. Believe in other people. Can I tell you something else Zig Ziglar told me personally once? And he told millions of people on tapes and videos and DVDs back when they used to have those. Here's what Zig Ziglar said. Let me look at you when I see your eyes. Zig Ziglar said, you can have anything in life that you want to have if you will help enough other people get everything out of life that they want to have. You can have anything, you can have everything in life that you want to have if you'll help enough other people get what they want out of life. That's the key. Be generous, be kind, be giving, okay? The secret to living is giving. So be willing to give, be willing to help others. If you want to give, go to the tinyhomesproject.com. Help us build tiny homes for the homeless. If you want to help us feed and house the hungry and homeless, go to yeswecanworshipcenter.org. Donate there. Be willing to give. Some people won't help because they say, oh, I'm not a millionaire. Well, how about a thousandaire? If a person can't send 10,000, how about sending 1,000? 1,000. If a person can't send 1,000, what about 100? What about 50? What about $25? Some of you have been watching me for years and haven't sent a dime yet. But I'm going to keep doing what I do because God has taught me that the more I give, the more He gives to me. The more I'm willing to open up my wallet and do the best I can, the more God does for me. And anybody who might be hurting right now, I just want you to remember, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Storm don't last forever. Did you hear me? I said, storm don't last forever. Storm don't last. Storm don't last forever. This rain can't last forever. This thunder and lightning can't last forever. Storm don't last forever. You know that, right? You know that?
What do I know?
Storm don't last forever. It ain't gonna last forever, right? That's right, that's right. Because every storm runs out of rain. Take it easy, man.
The weekend don't last.
That's right. Don't skate too hard now, man. All right now, take it easy. Storm don't last, they don't last always. Keep the faith, my brother. Keep hope alive, my sister. If you can just hold on. Woo, I'm starting to feel pretty good here now. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Joy comes, it comes in the morning. And I want you to know tonight, the morning, the morning, the morning, the morning, the morning, the morning is coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. The morning is coming. Yes, we can. Worshipcenter.org. Keep the faith.